Trump says he's not ranting, but this press conference was a great example of a speech littered with all the things that he's been focused on for a long, long time. Is he capable, really, of staying completely on message here?
No, of course not. This was not a press conference, first of all. This was a campaign rally speech. He even had his supporters there at Bedminster, and he fooled the press once again, by claiming he was going to have a press conference. He spoke for 45 minutes before he even allowed a question to be asked. And when he did, he was just filled with lies over again. He made this comment about, what is it, more than 100% of new jobs that are created.
I'll play it. So just so you don't have to paraphrase what it was. Listen.
Virtually 100% of the net job creation in the last year has gone to migrants. You know that? Most of the job creation has gone to migrants. In fact, I've heard that substantially more than beyond the number of 100%.
Beyond a number of 100%.
I guess I need my calculator so I can go shoplifting with Donald Trump, because clearly you can't have more than 100% of jobs going to migrants. You can't even have 100% of new jobs going to migrants. It's not only mathematically impossible, it's just plain stupid. And how does this guy get taken seriously? How is it that he is a presidential candidate for the highest office in our country when he can't even complete a press conference without spewing lies and misinformation and obvious falsehoods?
Well, if you want to talk about misinformation, we can talk about Kamala Harris's Google ads, like literally taking headlines from mainstream media and rewriting them, which should be against Google ads policies. But what's stupid is allowing people, criminals, to go into stores in California and not being able to arrest them unless it's $900 or $950 and more.
The problem is that that's not actually what's true.
And you see
That's not
videos
actually
of
what the
people
law is.
going into stores in these blue cities and blue states, stealing merchandise and not being stopped. We've all seen these videos.
So
but
should Donald Trump not be allowed to go into a store because he's a convicted criminal?
Well, I don't think anybody at this table should be surprised that Donald Trump stood up for 45 minutes, an hour or more, taking questions, giving a speech, because if you're holding your breath for an Oscar nod, that he did that, don't hold your breath, because no one's going to believe you. This is what he does. He stands, he gives speeches, he takes the questions, he gives the answers. And to date, more than 3 weeks in, Kamala Harris hasn't given a single interview. She hasn't come on your program. She's not answering questions.
It's
She's
Kamala,
not
first of all. It's not Kamala. It's Kamala. And she's not yet the candidate. She's only been in office, only been a candidate for 3.5 weeks.
She's been vice president for 3.5 years.
Yeah, and Trump went a whole primary season without even doing a debate.
And
So,
half
you
of
know,
America
but you can't.
isn't stupid because the Republicans in this country
But it's a
voted
false.
for him, nominated him. She didn't earn a single vote in the Republican.
got
But
We're
you,
keeping that in mind.
it's a
here.
false
In the Democrat
equivalence
primary.
between what Donald Trump is doing as an autocrat, as a fascist, as a dictatorially
not a
inclined
fascist.
man.
That's
The man's
that's crazy
aspirations
talk.
are huge. But the point is that Donald Trump has lied so repeatedly that we normalize his mendacity, his misogyny, his hatred for the ordinary citizen who happens to think logically about these issues. Now, he's got a whole bunch of stuff from the stores up there. He doesn't refer to it. His economic policies are vapid. They are empty. He has nothing to say to these people.
She has no policies on her website at all. She's got more
Zero
pronouns.
policies and 9
Donald
pronouns
Trump
on her website.
sits there and tells lie after lie, and he gets normalized by good people like y'all who don't call him out on his bull.
Kamala Harris has more pronouns on her website than she does policy. The only thing she has on there is donate. She's running a Seinfeld campaign. The show is about nothing.
No,
But-
absolutely.
And she's winning, right?
She's not winning,
No, but
actually.
remember, she's aided and abetted by mainstream media. If you saw the headline by a neighboring network a couple weeks ago, when Donald Trump came out with his no taxes on tips policy, all of the headlines on mainstream media were derogatory. Kamala Harris comes out with her no taxes.
Kamala
Harris comes out with her policies on no taxes on tips, which is Donald Trump's policy, by the way. All of the headlines on mainstream media were positive and glorious and thoughtful.
I guess y'all are
It's
standing
just a
up for him
different
because he
standard.
didn't say any of this today. Everything you're saying
this
is
the
nothing he's
question.
ever said.
One of the things that we learned about her policy that she's going to roll out is support for a ban on price gouging. Now, I think reasonable people would ask, what does that mean? What does that really mean? And how is the government going to be involved in it? Here's Noah Rothman in the National Review. He describes this policy as a rank pander to the economically illiterate. And despite the presence of many who fit that description in Congress, they understand that allowing the executive branch to functionally set prices is a brain-dead idea that would only hurt consumers in the long run. I mean, is this just a ploy? Because it sounds kind of like it.
Well, look, you know, if you like it, it's called good policy. If you don't like it, you call it pandering.
But is it really policy? I mean, price gouging?
Look, if she could do that, Lord have mercy. I mean, she might need to be the Pope as opposed to the president, but she's able at least to set the tone. Here's what's important. First of all, in terms of Kamala not speaking about, Vice President Harris speaking about issues, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Everybody has said that what she is doing is genius in the sense she's out-Trumping Trump. So Trump is
Her
pissed.
campaign is being operated from a
but
basement.
Well, hold on.
She's
Let me
not
just
out there.
finish.
She's not answering
Trump
questions.
is being
She's not doing anything.
Trump is being undermined by Trumpian-like politics in the sense that what she's done is, I understand when I'm going to speak, I understand what I'm going to say. She's going to form her policies and she's going to articulate them. Now, whether we agree with them or not is another thing. The point is the strategy is not backfiring on her. Number two, in terms of polls, the polls are a statistical dead heat. You say that means that she's losing. I'm saying for Donald Trump to have already been president once and coming back with the same reruns, Donald Trump is in a very vulnerable
Talk
position.
about rerun. Kamala's.
You had it right. You almost got it.
I will say
almost
Kamala's
did it.
name any way that I want to.
No, but you mispronounce her and you also misjudge her.
I just did, and I'll do it again.
mispronouncing her name.
That's a
Kamala's
refusal to
policy.
acknowledge her
And
humanity.
One at a time, guys.
If I purposely mispronounced your name, that would not be appropriate.
Policies are Joe Biden's policies. She owns
You're
it.
normalizing
33
that kind of
times.
viciousness, man.
33
Okay.
times.
But it's the-
she
You're
was the
disrespecting
deciding
her.
vote
She was the vice
on
president,
Joe
though.
Biden's bill. She
we
was
know
33
that-
times the deciding
Yes,
vote on Joe
she-
Biden's
she-
bills in
she
the
has
Senate.
to-
And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said
that
you
is
weren't a
BS.
racist.
That is complete
No, you don't have
BS.
to intend racism
No,
to
no, no.
accomplish
You are
it.
intending that I
Your
am
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala
and
Harris
that is
part and parcel of a
why
tradition
can't you
of
just-
disrespect.
Why
It's
can't you just,
offensive,
Congresswoman,
and it's,
why can't you
it's
just,
offensive.
I'm not calling you a
Disgusting.
racist.
No,
I'm
you
saying
are.
what the
You
practice
are.
is
You
racist.
are. You
Why
absolutely
can't you
are.
just the
That
prayer
is
way
disgusting.
let me get
disrespecting?
your
No,
key.
what's disgusting
That
is
is
your
disgusting.
disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said,
You know what?
I
You know
didn't know
what's
her name.
disgusting
He's
to
trying
women
to do
is
it.
her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
White
I
women don't
became-
have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is to tell them they're not real women.
25
They
years
care
ago,
for your babies
25
and
years ago,
respected
I
your
became
humanity.
the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I
So call
fought
her
my
name
way
right.
through it.
So
tooth
pronounce
and
her
nail,
name
blood,
right.
sweat,
Let
and
me
tears.
actually
So pronounce her name
and
right.
Kamala Harris, if I
Kamala.
were a
Kamala.
man,
You said
I
this
will
We don't
say
call you Nancy
any word that I
Nancy.
want.
It's
Come on,
Kamala.
it's Kamala.
You're doing this
You
on
disrespect-
purpose,
I am
That's
Congresswoman.
disrespectful.
Just a second.
You can't expect people to
If
respect
a
your
man put
service
on
if
a
you don't
skirt
respect
and walked
her.
that stage 25 years ago, she
You're a
would have
white
said
woman
it. She would
disrespecting
have
a
taken
black
that
woman. That is
achievement away from
problematic.
women.
Professor
Dyson,
That's
let me-
The forgotten part.
My fellow citizens,
It is strong. It's my duty to report
The true problems of our nation.
Vigorously developed, this resource will be of great benefit.
where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause.
I will be eternally grateful for your support.